Hi, I'm Diana Rosa, and I'm with Jodie, Wade, and Thomas. And we are going to talk about a lot of soul for this next couple of minutes, because that's what these people are all about. And so, Jodie, I want you to tell them a little bit more about you and your organization.
Okay, well, I'm Jodie Diegel, and I am the president and founder of Soul Harbor Ranch and the Soul Harbor Ranch Animal Therapy Program. So we take our miniature therapy horses, our therapy dogs, and we have therapy donkeys in training, and we enrich lives through powerful soul-to-soul connections with our special registered therapy animals.
And I had the honor of being able to see the film that these two gentlemen, Thomas and his son Wade, developed about soul, right? And it really was a heartwarming journey just to watch that film. So tell us a little bit about the film and what it was like for you guys.
Well, creating the film, working with Jodie and all of her incredible volunteers at Soul Harbor has been a total labor of love for us. We have worked extensively in the world of kids with disabilities and other, that type of thing. We do mostly social cause films, but it's always great when you get to work with an organization that has a heart and soul, and it's true, they do. And the love that they give out and share with, by working so hard, and we see what goes on in the inner circle and the inner, inside in the barn and all the hard work they do. It's amazing the dedication that they have. And when you go out with those little minis and to the hospitals with the kids and the pediatric wards and other places, and people light up and their life is for a moment forgetting about all their troubles, and they're having a moment of peace and joy, and it's just incredible.
A moment in time, right? And Wade?
So Thomas and I are from World Touch Productions, and you're social cause documentarians. And so we specialize in documentaries that can make a difference in the world, and really we're trying to find stories about organizations such as Soul Harbor that are changing the world with the programs that they're doing, by bringing joy to people's faces, by bringing that spark, that electricity of just that magic that happens when you bring a horse into a hospice center, when there's somebody who's maybe in some of their last hours of life, and yet they can embrace this animal and feel like they're understood. They can feel that sense of love, and there's just this thing that words can't explain, and we love making films that can't be described by words, especially in those moments. And so
and you are the best. The both of you are the best at doing that and evoking emotion. And when we see and hear about people crying because of our video, we know it touched everybody's heart and soul, that our animals did make a difference in the lives of those that we visit.
I think after I saw the film, it means so much more, because you are expressing it, right? You're talking about it, and then when you see it, how can they see it?
Well, they can see it at our website, which is www.soulharborranch.com. And we are a 501c3 nonprofit, all volunteer. We don't charge for visits. We rely solely on donations, fundraising, corporate sponsors. So we appreciate people seeing that video, feeling the magic of the soul-to-soul connections, and then helping us to further our mission. And we want more to tell. We want more stories to tell, and have Thomas and Wade be able to share those stories. So we hope we find people that believe in us and can help that happen.
I want you two to talk each about some of the special moments. I mean, you already expressed that, but there had to be like this one person or this one incident that kind of really, made you feel that, wow, this is even more than what I thought.
There was a boy that we worked with that he received a new heart. And so he was in the hospital for 7 or 8 months, and he was just expressed to us how bored stiff he was, and he counted the days for when the horsey, the little minis, were going to come and visit, and that really just made him light up. His mom said that his eyes were getting dark and there wasn't as much light in his eyes, but with those with his experiences, bonding and connecting with the little mini horses that brought him back and the light back into his eyes.
And Wade?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like giving people that something to look forward to, and to, I mean, if you're stuck in a hospital room, I mean, that's kind of a boring place to be, but to have that magic come and visit you, like there's something about that that's so healing that you can see, you just see it in people's eyes, that's like, to be understood, to feel that, it's amazing.
And I remember Wade saying, like, one of the impactful stories was, you know, watching this young girl behind the glass in the pediatric intensive care unit and being able to touch and then coming out with a mask and being able to see the animals and again, as you mentioned, feel it and make that amazing connection.
You know, one of the things that always makes me feel good is because part of our mission at the EQUUS Film Festival is to let people understand how much therapy a horse is, a miniature horse, a pony can be to people with disabilities. And that's one of the things we share. We're also going to be as part of an extension of Equitana USA, which I'm on that team as well. And to be able to share these to so many different people is great. But I want some final thoughts from each of you, and if you want to share how people can get in touch with you, feel free to do that. So Jodie?
All right. As I mentioned, we're at soulharborranch.com. You can find us on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We just did Yelp. All our organization is about is soul, and that's our tagline. SOUL, sharing of unconditional love, and that's what our animals and our team does best.
We're World Touch Productions, and we're in Barrington, Illinois, right outside of Chicago. And our mission is to create films that leave lasting impressions on people's hearts and souls. We want them to get up from the viewing and have a mark on their hearts so that they, it stays with them. And it gives us a lot of joy. We've done a lot of work with kids with disabilities and every other type of social cause. We've been doing it for quite a while, and it gives us great joy to make a difference. And we also, we're really what we are is we're storytellers, and we tell stories so that people can see and feel what's really happening, and the impact. Helped a lot of organizations to raise a lot of money because we're people that are interested in being a part of whatever is happening. They really are touched.
I was taught from a very young age that there's nothing more powerful in the world than art to change the world and to inspire people and to make a difference. And that's why we do what we do, because we want to be able to share these messages and share these stories and these moments that can inspire people to see there's so much magic in the world, and there's so much caring and love and just people who are doing good things, like bringing these horses in to brighten people's days. It's like to be able to share the good in the world like that is a means of inspiring more good in the world, and that's I guess that's our mission in life. That's what we live for, is to be able to contribute that, to share those stories, to make a difference through our art.
And this is what the EQUUS Film Festival is all about, being able to meet people like you so that we can share these wonderful stories and let people know the healing power of horses. And I'm Diana Rosa. I'm at EQUUS Film Festival, Film and Arts Festival now, 2019. Thank you so much for joining us, and thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, Diana.